All right, man. All right, Bron. You got us all. You doofed us. Y'all done got us worried sick. And it turns out, to quote Carl Anthony Towns, after all that, it's for a goddamn Hennessy ad, bro. Oh my goodness. I'm happy he's not retiring because I love watching LeBron play. I know some of y'all don't like LeBron, and I've had a couple back and forths. Well, there's a back and forth in my comment section in my last video talking about is LeBron really the GO or is Jordan the GO or whatever. Shout out to that one guy that said fake news dislike. I was like, you know what? I'll take that L because I can't blame you, my guy. Oh man, my dude, why you gotta over dramatize it, bro? Oh my god. You done he made a lot of us feel like, at least me, and a lot of other NBA fans that, I said in my last video that Bron was donezo. Zip, zilch, nada, a partridge in a pear tree. You feel me? Like, dude, oh man. That's just tough, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I was wrong, and I'm willing to admit that I was wrong. But it don't change the fact that it doesn't make sense that he would go the extra mile just so he could announce that I'm just doing a Hennessy ad. Because when you do stuff like that, especially we're in the dog days well, obviously we're past train camp and media day, and we're in the middle of preseason. It would not have made any sense, or it would not have made any sense, excuse me, to just announce something so, how do you say, I don't want to say frivolous, but announce something like this when you got the whole NBA world thinking that, oh man, this dude's about to retire, ain't he? But as much as I love LeBron, man, I have to admit that this was a shameless troll job, and I don't blame people for saying they lost respect for LeBron off of this. And to quote Dreamers Pro, that if LeBron did something like this, which he did, did all this stuff just to promote an ad, he would be no better than someone like Kim Kardashian. He'd be in the Hall of Fame level of corn boss next to the Kardashian. Oh my gosh, dog. That is absolutely hilarious. Like, I'm not even mad at Bron for making this decision, but I understand why people were just like, yo, why you gotta be so overdramatic when you could have just said, hey, I'm just doing a Hennessy ad. And again, it didn't really make any sense at the beginning either, because on some real talk, man, you just don't do something like this for a Hennessy ad. You could have just announced it during the offseason. You could have announced it at least when y'all season ended against the Minnesota Timberwolves. You could have just done that instead of, doing it this in the middle of preseason. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Look, as much as I remain a LeBron fan and I still remain a fan of, well, I shouldn't say that. As much as I remain a LeBron fan and I do respect his greatness, again, I don't have him as my personal GOAT. He's number 2 on my list next to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the GOAT in my opinion. Some of y'all may disagree. Some of you guys will agree. That's absolutely fine. But regardless, this is just corny, man. This is just straight up corny. I ain't got nothing else to say. But I will leave y'all with one last thing. Wow, this is a really quick video. Damn, I'm about to end this within, under 8 minutes. Cool. What that's gotta be a record. But nah, for real. Let me leave y'all with this. What if LeBron does announce that he'll retire? It doesn't change the points that I made in my last video. You feel me? Like, I do honestly think that he may retire as a Laker because that's why he signed here. Obviously he wanted to win a ring, which he did, 2020 bubble. And then obviously his endeavors, and it benefits his business, right? Because Bron is a businessman. He has a lot of business ventures out in LA, especially with Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. All right, cool. But even with that, he will for sure take on actually, let me rephrase that. He will for sure retire as a Laker, but he will also sign a 1-day contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers to get his jersey retired and probably have a statue of him outside of Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse when it's all said and done. None of those points will change from that video. But as of right now, Bron, this was definitely a cornballish type move, and I can understand why people are just like, yo, what the hell? What's up with you, my dude? Why, like, come on, dog. Like, this is just absolutely mind-blowing that he put a lot of us NBA fans through the ringer about with this whole thing. Like, it just, wow, dog. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, he put a lot of his fans through the ringer, and a lot of us were wondering, yo, is this going to be the last time we'll see LeBron on an NBA floor after this season? You know what I'm saying? And it turns out it wasn't true after all. It was just for a gosh darn Hennessy ad. So, I don't know. Go ahead and sound off in the comments. What do you guys think of this? Cornball move or not? You guys happy that LeBron's playing or not? Whatever y'all thoughts are, just leave it in the comments below. I will be available. Yeah, that's the end of this video. I'm X. Deuces. Wow.